In 1952, the Secretary General of the United Nations asked all country members to present the United Nations with a work of art that could be a testimony of their culture, of their art. Brazil chose Portinari, and he chose the theme War and Peace. Before the panels were shipped to the UN, there was a big outcry in Brazil so that they could be shown to the Brazilian public for the first and last time, because nobody would ever imagine that they would come back someday, you know. So this is an old dream that we've always had, to bring them back to Brazil and show them to the public. Due to the size of these murals, you know, it was very hard to find a place to work, because he didn't have an atelier, a big atelier like Calder, you know. So he worked in our apartment, in a small room. So there was an old television studio that was given to him to make the panels, and they had to be done in pieces. So every panel is composed of 14 pieces in wood, about 5 meters large and 2 meters high.
Eu vi esse pintor pintando os painéis quando eu tinha 9 anos de idade. Eu frequentava o ateliê e eu vi ele construindo esses painéis. Claro, na época uma visão infantil, uma visão de criança. Mas hoje sou restaurador, sou conservador de arte, encontro os painéis, estou trabalhando na desmontagem disso. E esses painéis na ONU tem que falar que eles foram muito bem montados também na época. A equipe americana que montou com muita propriedade técnica. Os painéis estão muito bem fixados, tanto que a remoção foi uma remoção complexa. Eu não diria difícil, mas complexa, uma remoção que não foi fácil, foi uma remoção bastante demorada, mas feito com muito cuidado, e os painéis desceram perfeitamente bem.
In the war, you see very deep blues and purples, you know, whereas in the peace you see yellows and light blues and pink, you know. In the piece, he inspired himself in the Eumenides by Aeschylus. So he focuses on the simple joys of life, you know, children playing, animals, the work in the field, you know, girls dancing, you know. In the war, the inspiration was the apocalypse. So you see the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in a certain point. During his whole life, he fought against violence, against injustice, through his painting and also through his political activity. You know. So he was faced with the biggest opportunity in his life to pass the message for peace, and he decided to disobey the medical recommendations. He took the same paints and he painted these huge murals, and after that he was really ill, and a few years later he died. And we have planned to do a restoration with an open atelier. So we'll be receiving schools and children to see how they're going to be restored.
Os painéis foram muito bem construídos, né? Ele pintou sobre madeira compensada, né? Madeira de compensado por folhas, né? E foi muito bem construído, tanto isso é verdade, que esse painel está há 50 anos aí, e quando nós retiramos, nós podemos olhar de perto, examinar, nós vimos a qualidade que está esse painel ainda, a qualidade da sua conservação.
After the painting is cleaned from all the soot and dust that accumulated on the surface, we can filter the UV light that comes in through the window, and we expect the process of deterioration not to occur anymore, or at least to be significantly diminished.
We have a very loved musician in Brazil, Milton Nascimento. And Milton Nascimento says, the artist has to go where the people is. So what we intend to do with the panels, is to take them where they are most needed, and to carry on with his message.